Welcome back. It's been a while for me. Been months, actually. And I'm back in my solo world, cleaning up the place. About 5 minutes ago, this place was littered. I mean, wall to wall with shulker boxes. I didn't really clean it up. I just kind of shoved them all, under the carpet. Hope Dad doesn't come in and start punching holes in the wall. Just come in and be like, "I hate this place." Ah! Good old family memories. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess there's still clutter everywhere. There's clutter in every box. I don't know what's in half of these. It's just stuff. There's stuff in there and there and there. There's these buildings all have boxes full of random junk. No organization at all. I still have a bunch of buildings I want to build. They're all kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sufficient? No, not sufficient. Efficient. They're all dependent on each other. That is organized. This isn't. It's like I need one building for a second building, but for the one building, I need stuff from the second building. Like, I need a quartz place, and I have an iron farm. I guess a lot of these buildings I already kind of have stuff. Like, I already have an iron farm, and I have a creeper farm planned, but I have the ghast farm. So I don't need stuff. My life's a mess. One thing I do know is before I do any of that, I need to get my storage figured out. So first things first, storage. I was gonna say storage farm, that doesn't really make any sense. I need a storage system. And I'm gonna build it here on this plot of land. Now it's a big thing and it's very detailed, and about half of the building isn't even necessary. So I'm just gonna build the inside redstone bits, get all that figured out, and then later, probably not next or some. That's a nice little oasis right there. Eventually I'll get the outside put in. But right now I just need the insides. I need organized. This is actually like really peaceful. Mostly I need redstone, which I don't have a lot of, which means I'll have to go digging, which is fine because I need other stuff from the mines anyways. Hoppers, copper golems, I have plenty of copper. I have metal rockets. Ooh, why do I have... But the biggest thing is ice. I need a lot of ice. Originally, I had planned for blue ice. I need about 8 stacks. 8 stacks of blue ice is like 9 billion ice. Not gonna happen. And then I was like, I'll just switch it out for ice. It melted everywhere. I forgot it did that. Destroyed everything. Prototype gone. So I'm gonna go with packed ice. Which is still kind of a pain, but need to find a snowy place for icy activities. My cat is yelling at me. Alright, I'm gonna go look for ice. Oh my god, my cat. Are you dying? Is the end times? Okay, I'll come join the end times. I gotta go help my cat destroy civilization. I'll be back with some ice. I think I got a nice little... No. Yes. I think I got a nice little operation going here. It's it's pretty awful. It's better than just mining not glass. What is this? Well, ice. So I'm coming around here and I just chop it up, and I have this little slab bridge here to keep the stuff underneath it water. So it'll always fill back up like this. You see how it's like filling up? Because if I didn't have that water there, this would just disappear. And then I'd have to go lower and lower until eventually the ice river is just a flat bed. Which is what I did in my last series, actually, when I was trying to get ice for a squid farm that I actually didn't end up needing or using, and also the world's gone forever now, so it doesn't even matter. I'm going to spend a few hours doing this, probably watch, I don't know, Shrek 3, and figure out why the frog died. Like, did they ever explain it? He just dies. I don't know. Also, Rumpelstiltskin is in Shrek 3, but he's totally different than he is in Shrek 4. Like, nobody says anything about that. Also, in Shrek 2, when Donkey drinks the potion and turns into a horse, does the dragon turn into something? I think they thought about it, and the way they got around it was at the beginning of the movie. They're like, Donkey and the dragon are having problems, so she doesn't love him at the time. So I guess when he drinks the horse potion, she just stays a dragon, which is stupid. She should have become like an airliner, like a I don't know. What's a better version of a dragon? Like an F-15 or an Apache helicopter? I don't know. Not sure why I was swimming when I could just do this. A lot easier. A lot. Now I'm in the water again. This is how people die in real life. They get trapped under the ice and they don't know how to get up. Or a polar bear would eat them. It's horrifying. I should not be talking about this. A little while later, I have that much blue ice. Hopefully, no, not blue ice, packed ice. Hopefully that's enough. I should have looked at the number I needed before I went out. A little bit more. But I gotta come back and repair all my stuff. Now that I have all the ice I need, I hope I should be able to just go get some redstone. And I should have enough quartz for all the little comparators and repeaters. Actually, I don't need any of that. I don't have any item sorters. It's just... No, I have locks. I still need that stuff. Because I still do technically have item sorters. I know what I'm talking about. So smart. Want to see something super annoying? 8. I need one more ice to have a full stack of ice. Not my problem. Not happening. So I've got this little area walled off. It's actually supposed to be a floor. When I used to make stuff, I would have had to fill this all with sand. Have it be a big solid block. I'm trying to get over that bad habit. Let's put some torches down. Nothing will spawn down here besides a billion bats. Well, no, because there's torches. Nothing will spawn down here, hopefully. And then I'll build the stuff on top of it. So this item sorter will be on top right here. Starting floor here, going up there. And I believe it goes, it's about this long. The building is much bigger above it, and that's only half of it. There's a whole other part of the building that goes out to about here, where my cursor's at, line, and is a lot fatter too, so it's a big building. I'm just gonna do the item sorter. So I got the ice, I need redstone, and I think, oh, I need a bunch of chests. I forgot about the chests. And then I need one of every item to make the sorter. Oh man, this task is getting bigger and bigger. I just need to take it one step at a time. First step, gather resources. Ice, complete. I need smooth stone for the redstone to go on top and redstone. So I need to go mining. Next step, to the mines. I forgot how much I hate mining sometimes. Sometimes it's super relaxing. Sometimes it's just a fight for your life and no resources. I don't see any redstone. Do I need copper? Man, this place sucks. I thought I found some kind of weird lush cave. And then it turns out this is just my moss harvesting hole. I dug in a big circle. I don't know how to get redstone. Here's my mine. It's a good mine. No logic, just a big hole. It is horrifyingly dark down here. I don't know. It must be storming outside, but it is scary. It's got like this red tint to it. I don't like it. Makes coming down here less fun. Ooh, red stuff. It's gotta be a better biome or something. Ooh, yummy. Better biome for this somewhere. Or a better Y level? Look how much redstone I got. Pretty cool stuff. Over here, yeah. So in my nice little wool box, we got a bunch of redstone. I got some sand, not sand, I have smooth stone cooking. So what else do I need? I need comparators for, which is quartz. I'm trying to figure out what else I need specifically for this. I need a bunch of glass. In my blueprint, I have colored glass, so I can kind of keep track of what's what, but I think I'm just gonna do red, red glass, since I have a billion red dye. It'll be fine. So glass, which is sand, which I have a billion of. Almost there. So close. I think I've got all the stuff I need to get started. At least for a little while. I know I'm gonna run into some things I don't have, but it should be, bam. Redstone, hoppers, pistons, trappers, observers, wool, ice, glass, rockets. I don't know if there's anything else to the actual item sorter. Oh, I do need pots. And chests. Definitely not enough chests. It'll get us started. So, keep thinking it's down here. It's up here. I don't have the materials for the floor, because I think it's supposed to be cyan terracotta, which I have no cyan or terracotta. So maybe I'll just do a dirt floor for now. Let's go ahead and craft up. I still need repeaters. Stone. Okay, I have. Oh man, sticks. Okay. So last episode, I had that little skeleton farm from the bones, and that one I kind of freehanded. It was actually pretty fun, and I enjoy freehanding and making up really stupid redstone to do things that are already invented. This has a little bit of that, but I'm not freehanding this. This has been heavily designed. So, how do I do this? Right here, as you can see, there's all the blocks. I need hoppers. I think that's concrete powder? Yeah, which I don't have. Definitely don't have any of that. But if I set them all to transparent, I can see through them a little bit better. And then I go up, next layer, and next, until I get to about... There. That's where all the fun stuff comes in. And as you can see, I used colorful blocks to signify what area, and which is really useful, but I'm just gonna use stone because I don't have those dyes and I don't want to go get them, even though they're pretty simple. So I'm just gonna use stone. Let's go ahead and start getting this thing built up. I don't know if I should time-lapse this or take you through it step by step. I'm gonna time-lapse it. Well, you know what? Here, look at this. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna time-lapse this. Now, I probably I might have enough hoppers, but each one of these chests needs a hopper going into it, and I'm now realizing my dirt floor is not big enough. As you can see, there's like 100. No. There's like 300 chests here. I originally had, I want to say, barrels, and each row had 3 barrels, or maybe it was 5 barrels. Either way, it was not 5 chests, and it was not going to be able to hold all the stuff. I think it was one of the last 2 episodes I was looking through all my stuff. I think it was the tough. I was like, my storage system's not going to have enough space. And so then I made it a bunch of double chests. So there's plenty of space. Doesn't look quite as good, but, you know, whatever. Now I remember, the chest used to be concrete, and then the barrel would have been like here. And these would have been snaked around. Yeah, it looked way better, but this is for, you know, actually storing stuff. 16 hoppers left. Sweet. All right, now I need pots on top of them, and then the redstone starts. This was the easy bit. Where's my stuff? There it is. That was the easy bit. And now, this is so stupid. Now I gotta do the super complicated redstone-y things. Do I have any torches? I don't... There we got all the hoppers and pots in. The reason there's pots is they pretty much do the same thing hoppers do, but I think they do less... they're less laggy. Originally I had a lot more hoppers in here. I'll show you where when we get there, but it was a mess. So this just helps a little bit. Hey, spiders. Okay, next is mud. I have a mud machine. Oops. Yep, just right click, left click, right click, place mine. I need mud because it is a almost full block that items can go through, I think that's why I needed mud. Every part of this is specifically there for a reason. I know I didn't just put stuff there for no reason, so I'm 100% sure this mud I'm collecting is actually doing something. So here we have some ice, finally. Now, this ice used to be hoppers, and as you can see, there's a lot of ice. It caused a little bit of lag. That's not even the half of it. There's a lot of ice over here that needs to go in still, which would have been like 200 hoppers, which was a lot of lag. So the first iteration of this had barrels, twice as many hoppers, maybe even 3 times as much. So now I need pistons. This is such a patchworked storage system. It does not need to be as complicated as it is, but in order for it to fit in the space that I've created, it's a little goofy. So we need... Yeah, perfect. And then there would be wool here, but I'm doing stone. And the only reason there was wool was for me to color code things and tell what area was which I really like doing because it looks really fun, but I don't care right now. I have the item sorters in. These will be doing some important work here soon. I think I need more hoppers on top of those. And then observers with droppers and stuff here. I'm trying to figure out... I want to explain this as I'm putting it up. I'm just not 100% sure at what point I need to explain which things and where I don't have enough information for what's going on. But yeah, I'm getting closer. Very close. This next part gets a little messy. So I need glass, observers, droppers, and water. One thing you always got to be aware of when you create stuff like this in creative mode and then go over to survival is the direction of stuff. And sometimes you have to build things in a weird order. Otherwise, you'll have to tear stuff down. This really isn't a good example of that part, but I mean, right now I need observers here facing nothing, and I can't click onto nothing. So you gotta add an extra block and then come through later and tear them down. Or you can just leave it. There's really no harm in leaving it. Just something to think about when you're making snow stuff. I might have to explain a little bit here before it gets a little too cluttered to see what's going on. But there's going to be a copper golem in here. And the intake chest, oh my gosh. His intake chest will be either here or on the other side, I don't remember where. But he'll grab an item from the chest, he'll look through all of these chests, and if he doesn't find it, he'll put it in the end chest, which I guess would be here, and it will go on to the next guy, and then he'll look at it, and it'll go through all his chests, and then on and on and on. But if he does find one, let's see. If he does find one, it will go... yeah, it's a little too crowded. So if he puts it in this chest here, it'll go straight down. It'll go boop, 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 boop into those chests down there. If it goes into this one, or one of the longer chests for this scenario, it will drop into that hopper, into the dropper. Once something is in there, this comparator reads it, alerting the observer, or maybe powering the sticky piston. Either way, sticky piston goes up, observer hits observer hits that dropper, so then shoots out the item down there through the mud into those chests. they're locked, so I can't really show you unless I... So if I put something... Let's put 6 buckets in there. See? 6 buckets went in, powered that, and this one, boop, and that shot the buckets out, and now they are... in there. So yeah, that's the basics. Also 100% of it. That's just how it works. Just, the basics is it. We've learned redstone. You're welcome. These tight spaces are not fun, but I hope that goes in there. These two sides are a little different, and the reason is, as you can see here, there's not a lot of space over here. Over here, tons of space. So these go out this way. I had to really come up with a very small, tight solution to get stuff to go the direction I wanted it to, which is really, really fun. It's actually one of my favorite things is problem solving redstone and having to figure out a way to get items to go. So when he's done, he'll put them in here, hopper, this thing, and then that's where I came up with this guy gets pushed up with the sticky piston and then poof, water down that way. So, if any of that made sense, congratulations. You're smart. I feel like I'm at the step where I need these golems, which means I need pumpkins. I don't think I have any pumpkins. Okie dokie. So I think you need to shear them to make jack-o'-lantern, not jack-o'-lanterns, but like, are they jack-o'-lanterns? What are the ones with the face, but not the light? They're just jackos, I guess. I need a bunch of jacks. Carved pumpkin, that's what it is. It's a carved pumpkin. I gotta make some of those. I'm flying by and there's just a bunch of like animals in this hole. Okay, you guys good? Yeah, you guys are fine. I have 9 pumpkins. That's probably enough. You think I should probably plant one of these so I can get more later? Probably not. So this part over here is basically done. I just need to put the golems in and then the item sort, like the actual items. Didn't take me too long. It's actually kind of fun, kind of relaxing. This thing I'm standing on probably took me about twice as long and was just nothing but a headache. Trying to figure out which thing to put in first. I don't know why. It looks so simple. I have a headache now. I don't know what it is about this thing. Maybe because it was floating in a weird way. Yeah, I don't know. This was the least fun part. And all that ice at one point was hoppers. And that's what caused so much lag that I decided to go to ice instead. And then once I had to go to ice, I had to figure out how to get item dispensers to dispense things onto the ice in such a compact form, because I had the shell of this place built around a hopper system. Decided hoppers was too much, had to change it for ice, and then had to make this very slender item dispenser design with the sticky pistons and the observers and the droppers. So yeah, having such a limited space really helped me learn things. And I'm not inventing the friggin' wheel over here, and none of this is original, but it's all out of my brain. It's all silly stuff. Okay, where am I going? What's up, little buddy? On your way home. I still have one more part to make. I need to make the part that I put items into, then goes here. This guy sorts, so this is all bulk stuff. Gets sorted into those. This is all little things, so bulk, little things. Those 2 chests were food and armor, which I guess I just didn't ever make a place for, because the blueprint doesn't have a place for it. So I'll figure something out with that, maybe, eventually. But I'm 2/3 the way there. I just need the input now. I need to get stuff from a chest here into there so I can get snaked through my system, end up in these chests, and then I will be organized finally and forever. Always going to be organized. We have the best organization. Get in there, yes. All right. I kind of like the way it looks when it's all naked and exposed like this. No shell. This looks like a machine. And I like it. I like machines. I like making big, scary things. Oh, jeez, I've spent all day making this thing. I'm getting tired. Okay, almost there. Now, before I start putting items into the sorters, I need an item to lock the sorters, which is where a bunch, and I mean a bunch, I'm gonna say 100 stacks. My brain just got fried a little bit. It's too late to be doing math. So yeah, just take an item. I chose bamboo because I have a lot of it, and name it something. I'm just naming it lock, so if I find one, I know exactly what it is. It's good to be organized. And yeah, I have a lot more to do. And this isn't going to be enough. I know, it's not. And now for the important part, maybe one of the most important parts, it's not going to work. These little guys, that was way too quick. What are we going to do now? Put this guy in. And we turn him on, whack him, and now he works. Yeah, there's nothing for him to do, so he just kind of sits there. But I'm going to put one of these guys in every little hole, and then I can start putting stuff in here to sort. And that's going to be, I have signs. So it's like Deep Slate goes in there, Blackstone, Tuff, stuff like that. Now I have to gather the supplies to make the filter boxes so they know what to put in what boxes. That's going to be a whole thing on its own. I kind of wanted to do something with these wheat fields, like add walls, a different block, grass or leaves or something to kind of break this up. But I downloaded a resource pack that kind of gives variation to the height, which helps a lot. It looks way better. But I still, eventually, do want to figure out how to put some walls and just add a little bit more life. Are they moving? I can't tell. No, they're static. That's okay. Stuff. I need things. So a few items I only need one of. Like I need one diorite block, one diorite stair, one cobblestone, like one of each cobblestone. I do have bulk things. Oh, I didn't moss. I have like a bulk moss, bulk stone, maybe bulk cobble and dirt. Definitely bulk sand. Oh boy. It's been a long day building. I need stuff. Wood. I have a lot of filters set. Ignore that. I have a bunch of filters set. And I think I got one of everything I own in. I guess I could show you. Finding my way up here is not the easiest task, but like andesite, no, that's acacia. What? I guess I could have showed you acacia, but now I gotta do more parkour. Granite. Bam. See? One of each. So when the copper guy gets one of these, he'll put it here, and it'll get sucked through the system. And then, I've got, andesite. Now I'm stuck in here, and I gotta break free before the guy gets out. Cool. He takes care of bulk stuff, that's what all this is for. These item sorters are for bulk things like dirt, sand, moss, stone. That way he doesn't get backed up with it, so that's what the bulk system over here is for. That thing there, that's like an OG item sorter, so it takes care of the bulk. He gets like the backup, like moss carpets. If sand does get through, he gets sand and it goes down into there. This is all my stuff. All of it. All of my stuff. All my bones. It's just stuff. Out of every building, everywhere, every nook and cranny, I hope there's nothing left anywhere in the world that is not in here. I'm gonna plop all of these in here slowly, because if I do too much, it expires. Like if these get backed up, which does take a while, which is why I have all these chests here. If I send like 1,000 items through and it goes into that chest, that chest, that chest, those hoppers into his chest, but he can't move it quick enough, it'll slowly get backed up and then they'll start expiring there, which happened in testing. Which is what this light's for, actually. This thing here. If this chest gets like pretty full, I don't know how full, but if it gets pretty full, it sends a signal, pushes that down, says, I could have done that better, but it turns this light on. So if the system gets overloaded, this light turns on, and I know not to put anything else in it. Very smart of me. Very smart little fella. And that went into the system, didn't it? There's a chest up there now. Oof. See, he's got a little chest. And I'll be completely honest, I don't know if there's a place for chests to go, which means it will end up all the way at the end. There's like a little junk thing, and I'll make a big junk thing soon because all the stuff that has no home is going to go in there, and I'm going to have to find a place to sort it. There it goes. Now that guy has a chest. You know, he's going to look for it, and he's not going to find it. So that's going to be there in a while. All right, so take the sand, plop it. Will it work this way? Oh, this is going to take a long time. I need my scaffolding back. This is rough. Now you can see all the pods all coming through. And it makes its way through these chests, through here. But these are all filtered for, I think, yeah, Podzol's actually one of them. So the Podzol goes down here. This way into the second. So it should be going underneath that pot. Let's go. Ouch. Should be able to see it there. So it's going bam, bam, bam through here, getting shot out here into this, which is going to fill up horrifically fast. I'm going to need to make that bigger. Boy. You think the bulk would have more than one chest and the little stuff would have less than 10? I'll figure that out later. I'm a silly guy. I'm going to do this for the next 10 hours, I guess. I knew this thing was going to be slow. I mean, look at it. It's that quick. Divided by 16 or something, because the little guy can only pick up 16 items at a time. So even if like a whole stack gets there, if it backs up hard. And there were probably 100 shulker boxes here, and I knew it was going to take a while. I knew it. I knew this is not a system for bulk unloads. The most I should ever have to unload is like this much, because it's another chest I found hiding in my iron farm. And that's not... Stick? Stick. Yeah, so I'm unloading a little bit more. Everything is sorted. Wow. A lot of diorite. A lot of cheese. A lot of deep slate. Yeah. Now, the question you might have is, how am I going to know what's in what? A sign? No, that's too simple. Although, yes, there will be signs. But the way you're going to know what is in the box is a better sentence than that, hopefully. I fell. You'll have to see in the next episode, hopefully. I do it then, because it's actually really cool, and it's one of the things I haven't pre-done 100%, so I'm going to have to actually... I'm going to have to freehand it. I could have used that as a segue for this next thing I want to show you, but I have more to talk about. Wait, no, I can... No, I don't. Speaking of... What did I say? Having to freehand stuff. So yeah, I knew this was going to take a while, so I was like, I might as well do some building while I'm waiting, because it was a while. So I marked out how big this building is actually going to be with these sand pillars. So there's that corner of it. That's how tall it'll be. There's that middle-ish part. And over there's the end and how tall the building will be over there. So it's a pretty good-sized building. So I put those up, and I was like, I'm not building this right now. I don't even care. That is later's problem. So what I did do is... I've been looking at this, and I really wanted to kind of continue it over, but I didn't know exactly if I was going to continue it far or continue the river and just kind of fade it off into this mound kind of shape. Because I wanted to make sure I had good plans before I started terraforming too hard. So what I did instead of that was something a little bit similar. What I really want to do is fix that building. That building is awful. It needs just a lot. Look at this. And also, you might be proud of me. This is not my shovel. Look, it's not full of sand, as far as you know. That used to be a huge problem for me. It was very time consuming, and I'm getting better. Look at this. First of all, we have a little pathway, bum 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 bum, made of stuff. I was tired of this being done and this not being done. It looked awful, so I kind of copied the same kind of... No. Aha. I don't like this zoom. It zooms in too far. It's too far of a zoom. Also that. See, I wanted to copy the terrain to make it, you know, look like it belonged here. Yeah. Swimming. So I just copied the same palette, but instead of full blocks, I used slabs to kind of give it a heavier slope. Or a slope. No, a slope. This would be a heavier slope. Because that's not a lot of slope, and this is a lot of slope. That's a funny word. It's like cantaloupe and sloth. Okay, anyways, wood is sand. Oh man, I'm missing some water. Okay, I gotta finish this. So there's a few things. So the building is up against here, and I originally had it just up against the building, and I was like, that looks weird. So I added a little bit of like they had to remove the rock, obviously, to put the building there. So there's some damage to the rock, I guess. And then the sand kind of gets piled up against it. So just kind of things to make the building look like it's part of the terrain, or like it belongs there, not that it was just plopped in there. And then obviously the door is short underground, so they had to this was either natural or they had to dig it out. But yeah, so it's a little pathway thing. And I had plans for like a helipad over here, and it does not look great. It's kind of, you can tell I put it together in 5 minutes, kind of like that building. So I'm gonna do something better, like an actual parking lot helipad more kind of situation, and put some of those bad boys over here. But they're different colors and they're very fun to look at. What else am I doing over here? Building complete. Oh yeah. So while I was over here, I would have time-lapsed this, by the way, but I didn't know how long that was gonna take. I thought I was just gonna get the outline done, go back and be halfway done, come back and maybe just kind of solidify the underneath, so I could place these on top, like of the sand or the sandstone. Because this sand can't float, so there's sandstone underneath it. But there's nothing underneath there, I promise. Oh, whoa! There's stuff under here. There's stuff under here. Nope. Yeah, see that? There was like 5 big booms down there, and I did not need those. What am I doing with the library? Yeah, so I didn't think it was going to take that long, so I just started with the outline, and I went back, and I came back and did a little bit more, went back, and eventually I just got all this done, and it still wasn't done, so then I had time to wax a bunch of the copper stuff in this building and that building way over there with the skeletons in it. But one bad thing about being so far away from the item sorter while it was sorting items actively was there were a few things that didn't work out so great. Like these junk chests, they weren't getting filled up because I had these over left one, and because they were over next to this redstone, they were locked, so they stopped going like here. So there was a backup here. So items got backed up, shot up into the chest above it, so the iron golem couldn't figure out where to put stuff. So this chest got full. So a bunch of items. Thankfully they were miscellaneous items. And like my valuables, of course. They started dying on top of that hopper. They would sit up there and expire. I don't know how much items I lost there, but could have been a few. Ooh. And here's all the junk that still needs a sort. I still need to find a place to put some of this stuff. Okay. You know what? I'm leaving that one in. That one's staying in. And then also, one of these broke. Let me show you. If you're ever going to make an item sorter, you need to know this. And if you have made one, you definitely already know this. Items are still going up. Wow, this thing is slow. So it was one of these broke. I accidentally clicked that. Hopefully I didn't just break everything. These are locks and 41 items. So nothing can come in here besides locks and gravel. Well, if a lock gets in there, everything gets destroyed. Everything. And then all the items just started going right down into here, down in there. Stuff did despawn because it filled up really quick, and then stuff was expiring on top of that hopper. So yeah, I lost things, but I still have a lot, so I am thankful for what I have. Like this. And those. And this. Wood. Show me potato salad. Ooh, sand. Alright, well, there's not much else I want to do in this episode, and I'm sure it's already long enough. I added some glowing signs around to make things look like they're more alive. What else did I do? I didn't really do much besides, that. Look at that mamma jamma. Look at it. I like how complicated it looks for something that is really just a bunch of tubes. I swear, oh, there's a lot of arrows. I swear I'm missing something. So I'm like, I should record this, and then I hit record, and then my brain goes, I should write things down, but that wouldn't really work either, because I can't write nor read. Why are there creepers everywhere? I don't want to put cactuses over here, but I need to put some kind of light. Get away! This place being more of a residential, not residential, but more of a small family-owned store. I don't know why I think that, but it's what I think. With it being a smaller store, there's a little bit more nature around. With that place being more of a corporation library, I don't know. I'll probably put more of these lanterns around because they're going to have more of a formal menswear boutique. Get away from me. They're going to have more of a formal thing going on. How every Target just has a giant concrete sphere outside of it doing something. These places are going to have lanterns. I just stared at my keyboard for like a good 20 seconds trying to figure out what button this is. Which button that does. It's F5, by the way. Yeah, I didn't do much this episode, but what I did is very important for the next episodes. God, that looks really good. Now I have to continue it because it looks out of place. Also, the wood is darker. Originally I had it switched, but it's darker because sometimes the water touches it, and that makes sand dark, I think. So that's why is Am's wood. That's not what I came here to say. I tried out a new look for the video with less shaders and funny looking grass. Ooh, and the wheat. I really like the wheat. Let me know what you think. You one viewer. I know who you are. Justice, what do you think? Like, do you like these colors? I know it's you. I know you haven't made it this far, so if you have, tell me. And then also like and subscribe and show all your friends. Show your mom, but not really. She owes me food. I have one friend, guys. Jason, if you're watching this, let's play some Valheim. We could record it. It'll be a great 2 episodes of us building a house, giving up because that game is impossible until we hack in a thing that summons trolls that kill us. That's stupid. Why did they kill us? You think they would? We made them. I guess a lot of people attack the things that make them. That's a dark note.